clumpy milk.
I can't smell milk.
Me either.
I won't do it.
I made Mike do it after the hurricane.
Sarah will
I'm
be like,
"Smell
what's the
this."
date? It's good. Put it in. I was like, no, you smell it. She's like, no, just put it in. I was like, I don't want to eat it then.
No. I make Mike smell it. I'm like, here, smell this. Does it smell gross? Get rid of it.
I'm afraid.
Things to discuss. Number 19. The sounds of someone who has a bad cold. The constant snorting is worse. The sucking back of phlegm.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I do that all day. Sean
I listen
hates
to
it.
her do it all day long.
All day. I have horrible allergies. I spend my whole life like this.
You ever get done a breathing treatment?
I've done everything. It didn't work.
Anything's got to be better than sucking that much stuff down.
Yeah,
There's no good. There's
Well,
no good that could
I
come
huff
from it.
alcohol to make it
Yeah,
better.
that's great. That's a great plan.
then I-
Anything's
then
got
I'll
to be
go
better than
after.
sucking that
Right.
much
She
stuff
puts
down.
pure grain alcohol into her nebulizer.
Yeah.
I spend
I
my
can breathe better.
I do have.
so good right
I do
now.
have
What'll
one of
happen
those
if you do
shakes.
that?
I have one of those.
Inhalers?
Yeah.
Not,
Is it shake,
not
shake,
an
shake?
inhaler that
Yeah.
goes up the nose, like a Flonase, right?
Oh.
Like the nose one?
I have that too, but that doesn't work.
Yeah, allergies.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
You have
what
an
that
allergy test?
No, I don't believe in them.
Anything that you only do for 20 seconds is bound to not successfully
I will
work.
never follow through, so what's the point?
I don't like allergy tests.
I figure if I'm
They
going to
prick
croak,
your
I'm going to
back with like
croak.
everything in
Yeah, I
the
was
world.
gonna say,
They
isn't
find
that where
out.
they put it all on
He
your
did
back?
that, and look at him. He's still broken. I don't know why I should go.
Damn.
That was the
I'm
stab
sorry,
back.
Sean.
That
She's
was
not
that was
wrong.
a fire back for
She's
the
not
phlegm.
wrong. They
What-
stuck
wait,
they
wait.
stuck like 3,000 needles in my back and like
what's
What are you
2,900.
allergic to?
What fixed it?
Sean, what
Anything
fixed?
that I can't eat.
Nothing. Everything, every pollen, mold,
If there's
dog hair.
if I can't eat it,
snot,
I'm allergic
I
to
don't
it
know. Yeah.
for the most part.
I just want to know,
Different
Sean.
types
Every
of
natural
dirt.
plant, every
Your
form
dog,
of
you
grass.
can't be allergic to dogs. You don't
I'm
have
not,
that. You
I'm
don't
not
have
allergic to the
right.
No,
dogs,
the
but I'm
cat.
allergic to cats in all 3 possible ways.
Yeah,
Damn.
skin, saliva, and
Yeah.
farts or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Everything.
Yeah, there's like a weird thing.
Well,
So
put the
here's
cat on the bidet.
By the way, I'm allergic to dog farts for sure.
Yeah.
I just want to go on the record to say that.
So here's my question. I go and I get a board of spackle down my back or whatever
Right.
they do, right? They poke me full of holes and they're like, okay, you're allergic to everything on the planet. And it didn't fix anything. He's still
What
the
if you-
same.
But
What
then
if
you
you
know.
find out yours is butter? I mean, I'm just saying. What if it's butter? I know you.
Something
Then
you
I
can just
die
cut out of your
because I'm-
diet.
Right. Something you can just cut out. You can
Betty-
do margin. That's bullshit.
It's
No,
pretty
you-
simple
Betty's
to just
would be
try
sugar.
allergy medicine. Right?
No, because I get
Just try
sleepy.
allergy medicine.
It
That's all it would take.
it makes my wit go
No,
down.
so you
I don't
need
like
to
it.
no, so you need to take allergy medicine before you go to
She
bed.
won't do it.
You don't take Benadryl.
No.
That makes your wit go down. Yes, you take a Benadryl, you're going to be like,
Yeah, I look like I'm a like
you
I-
take like
She's
a
had 2
Zyrtec.
doctors
Yeah.
that tell her to
A
use
Zyrtec.
Nasonex, and she's still not opened the bottle.
Or
It's
those
sitting in her
flows,
I don't
nightstand.
or the
believe them.
Flonase where you stick it up your nose and.
that doesn't work.
Just put cocaine in your nasal spray. You'll do it all the time.
There you go. It's got to be better than
I
rubbing
heard it
alcohol.
works.
Yeah, I heard it helps you lose weight too.
I don't know about that one.
Really? I thought that's how you know them because they're skinny.
All right, D, I'm swapping with you. I think we're good now.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not gonna go get poked by a bunch
Sorry
of.
about the interruption of the live. Darlene showed her tatas and we got cut off.
sorry.
If you go
Yeah.
back and watch the previous episode all the way to
Oh,
the
it's
end,
already
you'll
been
see it.
deleted.
You'll see it. You'll see it. It'll be there.
That was a
been
different.
deleted.
Go look at them.
Oh my, that was a different nipple.
I'm not
ring,
wearing a white T-shirt today, so you're
No.
good.
No, you're good. You got tassels.
A woman named Karen was laid off, and she made a lot of accusations against them, including that she didn't give her a farewell card. The company says they did pass around a card, but no one wanted to sign it.
Oh, I wonder why your name's Karen.
Nobody wanted.
Can you sue for not getting a farewell party? Is that true?
Are you serious?
Bitch, I'm suing your ass.
Right?
Really?
Damn, I wanna
Right, I'm on. Who'd she get? I want to.
Where'd she work?
The judge also ruled in the event of Judge Toster case. Oh, damn it.
Sorry, nobody likes you and you can't make them. Haha. That's what he said.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I always felt. Listen, when I left Beasley, that was the only thing that would have changed the way I felt
If
about
they
it.
would have
gave
at
you a
least
card?
given you a
If they'd have done a little party and been like, thank you for all you've done. You've been great.
Over the past decade, you know,
have
like
15
over a decade,
years
yeah.
of working
Put
here.
your
We
face
really
on a
thank you
cake.
very much.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to name anything after me. Have a little get together with me and all the employees and go out in good terms. But you
Yeah.
didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Get you
They
some
didn't want to do
pizza.
that. They wanted to go out on bad terms. That's their choice. Horrible idea.
Yeah.
Horrible
I
idea.
feel like that's in anything. Any relationship that you're going to end and part ways, end it
Right.
on good terms. Don't
Every
have that
time I-
Have a party.
animosity and just
Hey, listen,
go
it's a-
your separate ways.
Every
Later.
time I've
Have a
ever,
great
like-
Yeah, could
life.
you imagine?
Bye.
Could you imagine Mike coming up to you and saying, "You know what? I want a divorce, but the good news is we're gonna have a party for
I'd
it."
be like, woo!
Yeah.
Because
I
guess
brought
what?
you this cake.
Guess what, though? I'm going to go buck wild at that party, and you're going to be
Hi,
sitting
Dee.
there like,
This is all my family. We're here having a party celebrating our divorce.
I'll be like, great. Now I can tell you how I feel and you how I feel and all of it.
I would have been like, if you were more fun while we were married like this, it probably would have worked out.
And I'd have been like,
I'd have done more of
was.
those favors you kept asking for.
Well, you know what? Should have been nicer.
You could just bring me cake every now and then. Now, trust me,
Yeah, see,
your
and
problems
then-
will be solved.
A
Women
guy
are
in
easy.
Wales who accidentally threw away 8,000 Bitcoin in 2013 is now suing the city council for $647 million. They still won't let him dig through a mountain of trash at the dump to find the hard drive they're on. $647 million is what they could have been worth at Bitcoin's peak earlier this year.
I know somebody that did something similar to that. Just saying.
Sean, is this article about you?
By the way, I don't believe in Bitcoin, and I don't like anything about it.
I don't like anything I physically can't have.
This is a scam that people are going to eventually get over on you, and you are, and the person who created it, genius.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I've already taken money out, so haha, joke's on them. I got a new air conditioner with Bitcoin. So I'm good with it. And I'm not even...
In the early years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah, now it's too late.
You just got to be rich to buy it now.
That's like saying, I'm going to buy some Apple stock now. Okay, yeah, if you would have done
good
it.
I just want to say real quick, McDonald's workers in Georgia appeared confused when Bill Clinton surprised them with a stop while campaigning for Kamala. The Kamala Wins account posted an awkward 39-second clip where the former president, that's myself, several workers at the checkout counter, at least one cashier at the fast food chain thought Clinton was Joe Biden. I'm not Joe, I'm Bill, but I appreciate it. The worker said in the clip of the interaction. Clinton then introduced himself to the worker and extended his arm for a handshake. That's when she got excited and said, Bill, before shuffling quickly around the counter and giving Clinton a big hug, asking for a picture. I gave her one. She gave me some barbecue. It was nice. Before realizing it was Clinton and their presence, the three McDonald's workers in frame didn't seem enthused when they thought the surprise visit was from President Biden. The video posted by Kamala Wins also mistakenly identified the former president as Bull Clinton.
Wait a minute. So were they
When you're more excited for Clinton than Biden, you know it's been a long shift.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Bur-
Clinton seems like a
Clinton-
party. Like, he's like the weird guy at the party.
Well, I said it earlier.
Yeah.
Bill was the cool young president who I like to hang out with y'all, play my saxophone. Ladies, you want to come back to the Oval Office?
Yeah.
The Oval.
We'll
I feel
smoke
like
some
he's got
cigars
lots
and
of
hang out and
scotch.
have a little conversation.
He's got like really
You
good
may or may not
scotch and
find yourself
bourbon.
under my
Right.
desk.
I don't know a guy named Epstein. We can go hang out at his mansion.
Yeah, he probably has a fuzzy couch.
He was the creepy guy, and here's the deal: is Kamala's being destroyed right now? We're 3 weeks from Election Day. She's the bullshit is coming out quick.
Yeah.
Did you see good old Sleepy Joe walking around like the Tampa area? He looked like he was lost.
He is.
Walked.
He's
like
not
he was
there.
just walking and he was just like,
He's not there.
there was no emotion. Like, normally when presidents have been to like when things like this happen,
Maybe
they're just
they
like
drug him so he doesn't
so.
talk.
No, they figured out a way to control it. So they
It's
figured
like he's
out
a robot,
So they
like-
tell him like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this area. We just need you to walk around and look around, and then get back in the helicopter." And
That's pretty much
Yeah,
all he
look
does.
concerned.
right.
He
and
doesn't even look concerned though. That's the sad part of it. It's like there's
Really?
no
Man, we're letting,
concern
and for
on him.
and for the first time in American history, we're letting that shit slide.
I know.
And to
When-
where like it's like when you watch like
It's
even
like
though he's
watching
just
Jeff Dunham when a puppet. Like how is that? How would that be qualified as presidential in any way? And how would we allow it to run our country? But that's exactly what's
but
happening.
that's what we're doing, and it's just like, and you want
It's weird.
what was supposed to be his handler basically.
Why are we
be
not
next in
mad?
charge? Like
Why
she
is the
couldn't
world
even
not
handle
mad?
him. Like
She's nothing. Vice presidents do not have a role.
But she should have been if she wanted. So she knew that this was the plan.
You can blame her for whatever you want to blame her for, but she has no role, and she's been sitting at her house for the entire 3 years that you've never seen her ever in her life. Like the most non-visible vice president in history is her. Second would be Pence, who I felt like we never saw.
No.
Like what is like they've become almost
think about
side
it
chatter.
for her. She knew that this was coming. Like, let's be real. The Democrats knew that this was coming. So why wouldn't you?
They weren't going to choose her.
No.
They got forced into her.
I feel like this is like when you're like living with someone and you're like, and you just start calling them like your husband or your wife. And so she just kind of like, well, now you're president. Okay. She's like, I'll do it. You know, like I ain't gonna correct anybody.
I can't
you know,
stand that.
that's how I
Cool.
feel.
If I have to do that
There's
for
a great
4
comedian that
years.
impersonated her amazing on the
I
internet.
love the interviews that she does and
Right.
everything like her. They're hilarious.
I
I
just
forgot what her name is, but she's so funny.
She's on it, and what's funny is it's wearing her out. You can tell.
Yeah.
Like if you really follow her, like she has
Yeah.
some posts where she's just her, and
I
you can
come
tell
from
she's
a
wore out from doing this.
They're like, can you tell us about the economy? But first of all, I want to make myself clear. And she's just so good at it. Like every word that she says, I come from a middle class family. And then what has burdened is not burdened, blah, 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 blah. She's just good.
They have yet to find the McDonald's that she said she worked at, or somebody who said they worked with her.
Find one person. Go ahead.
Right. They have yet to do that.
so she's lying like
now
her
her
running
new
mate?
thing is that she has a book out about being a defender, and it's like it got all this what is when you steal
Prostitution?
when you steal people's
Oh, plagiarism.
plagiarism.
Oh.
Yeah, all this plagiarism all in it. Like they were killing it on the Glenn Beck show yesterday. But once again, that's jaded news.
Yeah.
I hope people realize that. Like everyone knows I'm a Republican, but I'm a Republican that looks at all news and finds out what is actually the real news.
Yeah.
'Cause somewhere
Like
in the
I
middle,
like
you
Fox,
can
I like
find.
Newsmax, but I'll watch CNN, I'll watch MSNBC, I'll watch these other news networks because I want to get.
Because you take bits and pieces from all of them to get the truth.
I watch
Right.
all of them because I get sick by too much of a right
And
and too much of
ABC
a
was
left.
my go-to until the
Way
debate.
too much.
I know.
Oh, that was
they,
bad.
They
They were my
agitated
go-to
me,
during
like,
the debate.
so
I was like,
much.
these
I'm
guys
like,
are the only ones that are kind of middle of the road. They give you everything. The one thing I don't like about the political season, and I will say this straight up, and we don't talk about it much in the show anymore, is that takes over the news. There's so much more things I need to know about. There's do some of this tongue-in-cheek news because people need to hear that because there's no one that's watching the political news going, man, everything's going just right.
Was it
No one on
really,
the right is thinking things are going all right. Nobody on the left is thinking things are going just right. There's always an issue. Kama's a lying. Trump's a racist. Like there's always these different arguments out there that the news agencies push their angle. I don't want any of that. Tell me where they're at, what they said, and show it to me, and be done with it. Your opinion is
Just
useless.
give me the facts. That's all I want is the
and
facts.
for some reason, we've given it okay for every news anchor to give us their opinion because of where they work.
Yeah.
We're forced to hear their opinion. Their opinion used to have to be called an op-ed, and you used to be able to do it like at the end or beginning of your segment, and that was it.
And you
now
can only spend a few
you get
minutes.
3 hours with an anchor who is 100%. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Glenn Beck. I've met him. I think he's great. The government tried to kill him, to shut him up. I do, but at the same time, you're never going to get Glenn Beck to go out there and say, hey, what Kamala did today was a good thing.
Yeah.
Like she has made like one, maybe two positive steps in this entire campaign, but I don't know them, but I'm sure she's made them.
She made them, yeah.
Like I'm not going to be the one to say that she has failed miserably because that's just me being jaded.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
she's in the position. She got the nom.
She's a great
However, she
speaker.
got the nom. She got it. Is she the right person for the job? No. And I think everyone knows that. And you're about to see an election that's a lot like Reagan's, unless
Something happens.
something happens.
Yeah.
And something that can happen, and I'm going to tell you what it is.
Did you see the session that
A disaster in this world. Let me go ahead and name it now so you guys can tell me that I'm right when it happens. There's going to be another disaster
attack.
that's going to slow down the election process and delay it. During that process, we will then enact the amendment to make Joe Biden no longer the president and make
her.
Kamala the president, and then she'll remain president because there won't be an election. Now, I did believe that this hurricane was going to be that thing. I will not say I believe.
Yeah.
See, there was a psychic that went out there and said there wasn't going to be an election. There was some psychic that went out there.
But she shouldn't have picked Florida. Because
And-
DeSantis isn't going to be like, you're not going to take that away from my people.
Right.
He would have put
DeSantis
all
is
hands
like-
on deck
right.
to make sure
the
that
guy
Florida
gave out
could
the
be.
county, the state's gas.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's no
He was like, you
way.
need gas? Go to the state pumps.
Like
Everybody
she
gets
probably
10
should have
gallons.
picked a different state than Florida or Texas to throw a hurricane in to try and screw
Right.
up an
So-
election. That's not
so-
going to happen.
So, I think it's not her. God, I love
No.
that. Just for the record, no one, if you think anyone in either political party actually run this country,
They don't.
They
no,
don't.
they
They
don't.
don't. They're
Nobody
just the
does.
face.
They are just the face.
That's
They
it.
are there for the process, not for the running. And you can just tell that big business has a chokehold on this country. And there's nothing that we can do about it besides just let it ride and figure out which chokehold you're good with.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
lesser of two evils, basically.
Right.
It's
And
all,
it comes down to that. Now, I will say that it seems that the president does have a certain amount of power to keep the country right, but I think he works with those powers to be.
Yeah.
And I don't think big business likes Trump. I don't.
because he's a businessman.
Right.
He knows the ins and out of business.
And just for the record, he wants to end all these conflicts that we're involved in. He wants to end them completely and get the fuck out of them, all right? Or
Which
end
we
them or go
should
over there
be
and level
because-
them and end it. Either way, use force or get the F out. If you're not going to use force, get out.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it. If you're not going to go over there and kick somebody's ass, then don't send anybody at all.
Well, and he's the one, too,
because
like-
we're ass kickers. That's what we
Yeah.
do. America, we're ass kickers. We train our military to be ass kickers. All of our military, from every Air Force, Space Force, Army, Marines, Navy,
Doesn't
all
matter.
of them. We train them to be killers, and that's what we do.
And
We're
we
ass
like,
kickers.
and our civilians, we teach them that that's what we're gonna be. You know,
Right.
like if we need you, you're gonna be that ass kicker too. You know, like it's
So-
like we're bred that way almost.
I know
Can I
we're-
ask a question then? Like
Yeah.
with the whole the third attempt assassination against Trump this
Was
week.
there third?
Yes, there was another one.
And
Was
nobody's talking about it.
I
The
didn't hear
news
about it.
isn't talking about it. And that kind of is concerning because I would think that would be like one of the top stories, not like all the other
Well,
junk
they're not
that's
gonna talk
happening.
Apparently,
about
the
it.
Secret Service found this person before they could do
Well, because
anything.
he's got
They
a
got
different. Because he's got the same detail he had when he was president.
He got
so
the
they get
two
Secret Service
main
protection.
points.
They get secret when you get nominated
it
for
forever,
president
right?
and you become a president thing. You be noticed when you're running. Presidents get them forever, but not
Yeah.
candidates. So when you become a candidate, you get Secret Service protection. After the first two attempts, it's been passed that candidates now get the same protection as a sitting president.
Yeah.
And that is considerably higher of level of protection. You're talking about if Trump is going to Fresno, California to do a speech, a week before he ever gets there, someone is showing up to do the area. And another forward team shows up 2 days later. Another forward team shows up 3 days later. Like they continually do this, and that's what they're getting now. So that's you're not going to get an attempt on a president again. They've shut that shit down. So
Yeah, they
you're-
found this psycho.
It was outside a
then
Coachella rally.
He got bail already, and they're letting him wander around. Like I don't
he got
get it.
he got out on a
I
5K
don't
bail.
get it.
How?
How is
for
that
attempting
okay?
to kill?
He had a fake license plates, number of passports.
I love that
number
they're
of
blaming the sheriff
licenses.
for the bail.
He
It ain't
had
the sheriff.
No,
he had
it's the court.
a gun,
The judge is the one that makes the bail.
a gun and a shotgun, and then he passed 2 points saying he was with the press. And then the only reason he got pulled aside was because a deputy looked at the car and said, "This is really weird for like who he's claiming to be a VIP person," and his car was trashed inside, like just piles of trash. He turns out to be one of these sovereign citizens who,
Who says he's not an American?
right?
He had a phony press
And
pass.
he had a fake license plate that they consider homemade, like from those those people or whatever. So this is
Oh,
like
yeah.
crazy. How did he get a $5,000 bond and now he's released? Like, are we okay, America? Is everything okay?
Oh, they have him in a glass.
Yeah, he has to now.
Yeah.
He's like the Pope now. They had
That's
to do that
him
to
right
the
there.
Pope back in the day. You remember that when they had John Paul?
They
in the-
still do.
in
They
the
still
little
put the Pope in the
Pope-mobile?
Pope-mobile. They
Yeah.
still do. The Pope stayed because John Paul almost got killed.
Yeah,
They tried to
twice.
kill him.
That's him right here. The guy that they arrested.
Yeah, he's like from he's
He's
from
only 49. He's
Yeah.
not.
he's
He's
born
young.
in 74.
Who is?
People are nuts. I don't know
Right,
what's
you got to
happening.
be certifiably insane if you think you're going to assassinate a president ever. I mean, I'm
mean,
just going to say that. Ever.
And if you don't get killed beforehand, like damn,
Man,
you got
this is
lucky.
nuts.
I just think that I'm just saying it either way. If it was on the other side or this side, that should never be
No,
tolerated because that's not okay. That is like ending,
you're ending someone's life, and at the end of the day, he's
freedom.
still.
It's a threat.
But
It's
at the
a
end of the
threat.
day, Donald Trump is still a person. He's still a dad. He's still a grandpa. Like
Yeah,
he's a
disagree with him,
father,
do
a
whatever you want.
husband.
Not
Like
that.
he's still a person. You might not like him. There's
Call him
people
a
that
Cheeto all day long. Who cares? You
there's
have the
people
right to
that
call
we
him
don't
whatever you
like.
want.
There's
The
people that
story I didn't get to tell, I'm pushing it to tomorrow. A woman discovers her boyfriend is on a dating app Hinge while cuddled on the couch right next to him. What would you do?
It's kind of like the story that I sent you about the one where she
haven't
found. Yeah, did you read that
No,
one?
not yet.
It's
Wait until
fine.
you read that one.
It's fine. Do whatever you want.
The one that I sent you guys yesterday would have
Yeah.
fit in with that whole woman thing because you could see how conniving she was.
Women are never conniving. I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go home now.
Ooh, she was.
You
Don't
guys,
cheat. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't cheat.
Guys, have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe we'll be out live on the streets. Maybe we won't. If not, we'll be back here inside the SJC studios.
We got a lot of offers. We just
Right.
We just got it's the logistics of getting the bus
Right,
back. That's
right.
all.
it's just been a hurricane residue crap
Right.
everywhere.
And we had an issue with the bus during the
Katie
hurricane.
says you still have 6 minutes to tell the story. Like,
I don't.
she's keeping us on like
He's
she's
just dang.
she's
We
like,
gotta
don't
tune
you?
back in
She's like, you
tomorrow.
guys have been gone for so long. Don't short us.
No, we
I
gotta
know.
go.
We gotta go.
Guys,
Hannah's in town.
Don't
we
let
gotta
him.
go.
We'll start a toilet story again. Don't let this happen. Goodbye, everybody.
all right. Have a great day. And remember, when that repo man comes for the car, don't forget to
Save the radio.